In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you a really easy beginning way to apply your 3D foundation from Seint. So I typically teach to apply your 3D foundation in one beautiful strategically placed layer. Today I'm going to show you a little bit of a different way to apply it if you are new to the world of using contour. So we are going to make it really easy, and this should be a very helpful tutorial for you if you're starting out with Seint makeup. I'm showing you a really easy way to do your makeup today, but for me, because this is my customized palette, I do need two things, and that's color correcting. So I'm going to color correct underneath my eyes with this shade of our highlight called Mango. Just going to place it right under there to counteract the dark blue I have. And I'm going to use our lightest shade of our contour. This color is called Aspen for my rosacea and the intense hyperpigmentation I have on my face. I'm going to do a really light layer of that. Totally optional, but it's something that I need in my makeup routine. I teach a lot of different ways to apply your Seint makeup. Today is just going to be a really easy beginner's way of applying your makeup. One way that I teach is to strategically apply your foundation in one gorgeous layer so that you have minimal product on your face. Today I'm going to show you a little bit of a different way to apply it. So this is my main highlight. I'm going to start off with this color first, and then I'm going to build on that. So my main highlight, it is part of my 3D foundation line. It is a cream. So it's actually going to be this magical thin cream that gives you coverage without emphasizing texture on your skin, making you look older and all of that. So cream makeup is where it's at when it comes to having a gorgeous coverage to your face without covering up your natural beauty. So you want to make sure you apply cream with a high quality brush. I'm not going to use my finger to apply it. I'm going to use a really good high quality brush from Seint. So all our brushes are double-ended. They are all made to apply this cream makeup beautifully so that it picks up minimal product. So I'm using the detail brush today. Any of our brushes do a fantastic job of applying your main highlight. I'm going to use the bigger end of the detail brush and go and use this bottom tip of it, and I'm going to just tap it into my main highlight. And today I'm going to do an all over coverage of my main highlight first. So normally I strategically place my main highlight on my skin and I don't do layer upon layer, but I'm showing you a beginner's way of applying your 3D foundation. These brushes are made to pick up the perfect amount of product, and you don't have to swipe when you're applying it. You just tap it into your skin, and it helps push that cream makeup in where it actually melts into your skin and looks like a natural layer of makeup. Now I'm going to add my contour. So this is where people who are starting out with their Seint makeup get a little nervous about where you apply your contour, why you use contour, and all of that. So I'm just going to show you how you can apply your contour in one easy way. I'm going to continue using that same brush, the detail brush. I have found that this brush, out of all our brushes that we have at Seint, is the best when it comes to applying and blending your contour. So this is my contour. So both my highlight and my contour equals my foundation. Although this doesn't look like what you are used to as foundation, this is going to give you coverage. And the other thing it does is it gives you shadow and dimension. So your face has natural shadows in it. When you emphasize those natural shadows, you just build dimension on your face, and it can strategically just make you look thinner. And one of my favorite things about adding contour to my makeup routine is it can really draw the eyes to where I want people to focus on when it comes to my face, and that would be my eyes. So I am going to apply 4 beautiful strategic layers of contour, or 4 lines of contour on my face to emphasize the natural shadows I have on there. I'm going to take my detail brush, I'm going to just tap it into my contour, and I am just going to stamp a line right there on my cheekbone. So you have your cheekbone starts here and it stops right there, and you can feel it. And what's great about the detail brush is that brush will hug your cheekbone. So notice I don't have that line down here. I have it nice and high. You can take a finger and draw a line there, or you can just take your brush and stamp it on like I've done like that. So now what you do is you take your brush, any of your Seint brushes, but if you have the detail brush, this is why this brush is amazing. You are going to blend that contour line up onto your face like that, feather it up. You can go more dramatic if you want. Most people start off really, really light when it comes to their contour because they're learning how to use it. And of course, I will still continue to blend that harsh line. So if you look at the difference between this side of my face compared to that side, that shadow I have on my cheekbone is just emphasized more. And so it's giving me more prominent cheekbones. It's drawing the eye upward. It's giving me an instant facelift. Easy peasy. So the third contour line I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do it temple to temple on my forehead. So I do have main highlight all the way up there, but when you get used to doing your contour more, you don't have to put your main highlight all the way up here because your contour is part of your foundation line, and so it gives you that coverage. So I'm placing dimension up here on my forehead because I want to make my forehead appear smaller, and I just want to emphasize more around my eye area and make this area nice and bright. So you can see that dark cream does blend beautifully with your skin when you're applying it correctly with one of our brushes. And last but not least, I'm gonna do a fourth contour line, earlobe to earlobe. So we're just gonna follow my jawline, and the detail brush will just hug your jawline perfectly because of that flat edge, and you can just blend that contour down your neck. Just like that. And you apply contour along your jawline because it's gonna just place a shadow there. So it's gonna hide, if you have any kind of a double chin, it's gonna hide that. It's just gonna make your jawline more prominent. The last part of my 3D foundation is gonna be my accent highlight. So it's just a lighter shade of that highlight product I started out with. So we're gonna place this just in certain areas to brighten our face. So I think this is a really important step. Using that same brush, the detail brush, I just switched ends to the smaller, and I'm going to apply a little bit of that accent highlight underneath my eyes, right in that inner corner and down. Very light-handed with it because you do have really thin skin there, so we don't want to emphasize any lines we may already have under our eyes. And then I'm going to focus that very softly in the outer corner of my eyes, just like that. So you can already see the difference between this eye and that eye, how it's so much brighter. The great thing about cream makeup is that it is buildable. So less is always more with this makeup. So just start off tiny, tiny bits and then build on that. So I'm gonna apply a little bit of accent highlight in between my eyebrows because I want to really brighten up this area. I'm gonna put some down my upper lip in the middle and the middle of my chin. And then if you wanted to, you could pop some right underneath that contour line on your cheekbone to really make that contour pop. And then last but not least, a little bit down the bridge of your nose. After you've applied your foundation, you don't want to skip the important step of continuing to blend it out. Blending is key with these cream products. So I have a damp perfector sponge. So this is just our version of the Beauty Blender. It's wet. I've squeezed excess water out, and now I'm just going to bounce this on my skin and continue blending the makeup and also getting any excess makeup off with the sponge. So that is my 3D foundation. So that highlight and contour gave me coverage and dimension. I've set it with the setting spray since I used the setting powder. So now is when I'm gonna add some bronzer, blush, and illuminator to my face to complete my look. Those are optional steps, but I love adding them. So bronzer is one of those things that people often omit because they think they don't need it. I'm telling you, you need bronzer in your life. It's going to warm your face up and just complete your look. So our bronzer is a cream just like almost the rest of our makeup. You see that brown color? It looks like it would replace the contour. Almost like, well, why would I need bronzer if I've already added contour to my face? Trust me, you need it. It actually has different color science in it that's going to warm your face up. Contour equals shadow, bronzer equals warmth. So I have switched brushes just because I love to use this tinier brush called the blend brush when I apply my bronzer and my blush. It just gives this gorgeous airbrush effect. So I'm gonna take the bigger, fluffier end of my blend brush and just tap into my bronzer, and I'm gonna apply my bronzer where the sun would naturally touch my face. So that would be like where you would first get a sunburn. I don't know if you can see just the subtle difference that a little bit of bronzer adds to your face. So I like to apply my bronzer in the top of my forehead and then right above where I have that contour line on my cheekbones. You can also apply bronzer on your neck if your neck's a lot lighter than your face as a sunless tanner. I've added 2 stunning tints to my compact. So these are lip and cheek. So they function as blush and or lipstick. So you can see they both look very similar in color. One is a satin finish. These are both cream products though. And then this is a gloss finish. So these colors are so beautiful. I love using them on my face. So you can get away with one. I'm just showing you the difference between the finishes on them. So I'm continuing to use that blend brush, and I'm gonna go into this satin finish. This is one of my favorite lip and cheeks. This is called Frenchie, and Frenchie just gives this beautiful flush of color. So I'm gonna take my fluffy end and tap into that lip and cheek Frenchie and just apply it on the higher points of my cheekbone and give my face some color. You could use Frenchie on your lips as a lip gloss. I like the satin finishes on my lips, but I'm going to show you one of my favorites. This is Desert Sunset. So Desert Sunset basically is a glossy version of Frenchie. I love to just take it and apply it straight on my lips. The last thing I've added in my compact is my Illuminator. So Illuminator just gives you that subtle glow. We have powder ones that are gorgeous, highly pigmented, and they're wonderful as eyeshadows. I'm gonna use one of our cream ones today. So I'm actually using one of our perfumes. So we do offer 4 gorgeous fragrances in our rose gold cream illuminator. So what's really nice about our cream illuminators is you can just take your finger and just place your illuminator right there in the high point of your cheekbone. And so I love using one of our perfumes because it does have that soft, beautiful fragrance. And it also gives me that subtle glow right there. So that is my makeup for today. So that was just one of many, many different ways that you can apply your 3D foundation from Seint. I used the detail brush and I also used the blend brush. I love those 2 brushes from Seint. They're probably my favorite. And I had my makeup all right here in my customized palette. So this is our gorgeous brand new Malibu compact. I love it because it looks like a sunset. So all our compacts are magnetic, so your tins of makeup don't slip or slide. You get color match to your 3D foundation. Your makeup comes in a matter of a week. I provide you all the beginning information you need. Shipping is always free. And then once you use one of your tins of makeup up, you just get a refill and you pop it right in there and you're set to go. So if you're ready to get flawless makeup that lasts all day long and just emphasizes your natural beauty, reach out. I will color match you and then I will help you get started.